Yeah. All right, everybody. Welcome to Bitcoiner's Guide. Yes, I am Sean Harris, and I am part of the Meme Factory, and Bitcoiner's Guide as well is part of the Meme Factory. This is a weekly update, mainly a weekly news update on what's happening in the world, what's going on with Bitcoin, and this is something new. I'm your host, Sean Harris, Big Sean Harris on Twitter, and I'm here with my co-host, Anon. Right now, Anon is nobody. Anon is short for anonymous. Every once in a while, we might have a little co-host, but this one, and for a while, it'll just be me. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. The reason that I wanted to do this, and I spoke with a lot of guys from the Meme Factory, and we normally do the podcast on Thursdays. I thought it would be good to do something that's a little different, that talks about what's going on in today's world, what's happening with things like COVID, Ukraine, Russia, how that affects Bitcoin, what does it mean for Bitcoin, what's going on in the macro world, and just to relax your mind a little bit. There's a lot of hysteria going out there, and I wanted to be able to speak about that at more of a higher level. On our podcast, we go pretty deep into topics, so this will be a little bit more quick, direct, to the point, and also a podcast that I wish I had when I was learning about Bitcoin. So I will also cover some topics one by one throughout the weeks of certain things that I didn't know, or just reiterate things that a lot of us Bitcoiners do know, and that's why I wanted to call it Bitcoiner's Guide, because it'll be somewhat of a guide to the Bitcoiners, or to people who know nothing about Bitcoin. And the first lesson about Bitcoin that you must learn, number one, is that there are 21 million Bitcoin. There will never be any more Bitcoin than 21 million. And that can never change. It can never be hacked, and is written into the protocol. Those rules are set in stone. And it's a wonderful thing because it can't be changed by men. And the current systems that we have for money can be changed by men. If you look at the Federal Reserve, which is the central bank of the United States, they can change monetary policy on the turn of a dime. And that's what's great about Bitcoin, is it is rules without rulers. And that is beautiful, because rulers normally turn corrupt, while if we maintain rules, then everyone knows what the rules are. We know the rules to the game. We can learn the language of money, and that's one thing that makes Bitcoin beautiful. So going on to what's happening in today's world. Right now we have Russia in Ukraine, and it seemed like for the last 2 years or so, all we could talk about, or think about, or eat about, or dream about, or sleep about was COVID. And in less than about 24 hours, the hysteria has turned to Russia and Ukraine. And I am the first to say war is a terrible thing. I think that war is one of the worst things. I don't know exactly why the war is going on. I'm not here to provide answers about why the war is going on. I'm more here to provide stability in the mind, right? We've had hysteria for years. The news wants us to go from one hysteria to the next hysteria. And I think, that's why I wanted to talk about this, because it's the same thing with investing. When you invest your money, anytime that Bitcoin drops 5% in a day, everyone, what's going on with Bitcoin? Why is Bitcoin going down? What's happening? Just like sit back, relax. This is Bitcoin we're talking about, the thing that's gone up over 150% on a compounded annual growth rate per year since its inception in 2009. So, a 5% drop every once in a while feels a little nice. I like to shake it up a little bit. I haven't make it, it's going up so fast. Every once in a while, it needs to drop. And it will continue to drop every once in a while. And I think that's something that's very important about Bitcoin, making sure that you remember, hey, if it goes up, it goes down. It goes up and it goes down in the short term. No one can predict it. Many have tried and many have failed. You have some of the most sophisticated traders who have tried to trade around Bitcoin. They've tried to trade the short-term price on Bitcoin. And I would say about 99% of them have failed and would have just made more money. And we'll talk about what money even means in future episodes. But they would have made more dollars from their Bitcoin if they would have just bought the Bitcoin and kept buying and never sold, never tried to trade. And that's what we like to call in Bitcoin or in investing DCA, dollar cost averaging. DCA is the way. Or you can just smash buy, right? Take your money and smash buy. Now, I'm not here to say how to invest, how you should invest. I'm here to just provide a framework to give ideas, things that you can do, not things that you must do, not things that you should do. It's your money. You should be responsible. And that's what I'm here for, is to help promote financial self-reliability. And I think, this is one of the major things about Bitcoin that we don't talk about, or investing a lot of times that we miss out on is, I got a guy who's going to be my stock guy. I got another guy who's going to be my bond guy. I got another guy who's going to be my real estate guy. I got another guy who's going to be my, whatever it's going to be, who's going to be an entrepreneur. He's, who's going to be my crypto guy? Who's going to be my Bitcoin guy? And first of all, Bitcoin and crypto, because in the Bitcoin world, crypto is the C word. Bitcoin and crypto are two different things. And that should be extremely clear. And that's another lesson, right? I'm handing out lessons. It's Uncle Sean right here, handing out lessons for free. Bitcoin and crypto, two different things. And that should be very well understood. And the question, why? Why is Bitcoin and crypto, why are they two different things? And here's the simple explanation. Bitcoin is the answer to fiat currency. What is fiat currency? Fiat currency is money that has rulers without rules. Or in other words, it has rulers, and the rulers can change the rules of the money whenever they want to. They can print more whenever they like to. They can change the interest rates. Everything can be changed at the base layer of that money. And the dollar is a fiat currency. The euro, fiat currency. The Chinese yuan, fiat currency. Japanese yen, fiat currency. Every government money in the world today is a fiat currency. It's not backed by anything. Back in 1971, the US dollar was backed by gold, and President Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. And at that moment in time, there became no currencies in the world that were backed by gold. And we are looking at over 50 years of living in a world with only fiat currencies, or monies that have rulers and no rules. So going back to what's the difference between Bitcoin and crypto? Bitcoin is the only money that has rules without rulers. No one can change Bitcoin, and it's written to the protocol. It's like being written into stone, but even better. and it's by consensus. You have the strongest computing network in the world pointed at Bitcoin, and that means that no one can hack it and that no one can change the rules. You look at crypto, things like Ethereum, XRP, whatever your favorite YouTuber with his mouth wide open is talking to you about, you look at those quote unquote cryptocurrencies, the dog coins, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, any one of those things. They have rulers. They can be changed. There's not much of a computing network that's pointed at these coins. They can be rolled back, hacked. Not much consensus. No, not many people are running nodes, and I don't want to talk over your head because this is a place to learn about Bitcoin. So I'm not gonna go get too technical with you. I'm not your technical guy. I'm the guy to come here and, I'm not your Dan Held. I'm not gonna be explaining things simply. I'm just not gonna go over your head. That's my goal, to explain Bitcoin. What does it mean in today's world? What's going on? What's happening? And hopefully, if you're new and you're looking for some type of information about Bitcoin, what it means, how can you start putting your money into Bitcoin? How can you start buying Bitcoin? Or how can you wrap your mind around it? How can you justify buying Bitcoin? That's why I'm here, not to explain how Bitcoin is mined. I'm not here to explain that. I'm not here to explain the technical terms. You can learn that from anyone else. I'm not here to even explain Bitcoin privacy. There's plenty of other people that will do that. I'm here to just lay out why you should buy Bitcoin. If you want to know about the more technical things, there's plenty of other people that will talk about that. And you should listen to those people as well as you understand more about Bitcoin. And there's plenty of people who talk about it. You should understand the technical parts in due time. What you want to know is, does it work? Do the technical parts of Bitcoin work? And the answer is yes. Well, when is Bitcoin going to work? It's working right now. That's a little clue. It's working. It's been working for the past 13 years. So that's the answer that you're looking for. When's Bitcoin going to work? It is working right now. And so this is what I'm here for, to tell you it works. When you get on a plane, you don't ask about the physics. You don't ask about the aerospace dynamics. You just want to know, am I going to take off, fly, and land safely? And yes, you are. So the same thing with Bitcoin. We are a group, Bitcoiners inherently, the biggest saying is don't trust, verify. So I'm telling you it works, but I'm not telling you to trust me. That's why I'm saying go find out for yourself. Financial self-reliability, financial self-reliance. And this is what it's about. Who's your Bitcoin guy? You are your Bitcoin guy. This is the difference with Bitcoin versus stocks and real estate and bonds and anything in traditional finance. You are your own Bitcoin guy. And you will learn what money is on the Bitcoiner's Guide. But you also have to do your own work and do your own research. There's plenty of books out there that talk about the intricacies and the idiosyncrasies of Bitcoin, what it is, and why you must learn about it, why you should own Bitcoin and take self-custody of Bitcoin. It's the first thing in the world that is verifiably scarce, which, going back to the first point, 21 million, 21 million Bitcoin, and you can actually own it and no one can steal it or take it away from you, including your government. So, whether you trust your government or you don't trust your government, I'm not here to talk politics. I'm just here to provide a framework about how you can own something for real for the first time without needing a government to protect it for you, without, and I'm not going to talk about left leaning, right leaning, whatever. That's up to you too. I don't really care about that. What I'm passionate about is Bitcoin. I think it makes the world a better place over these weeks, and I'm committing myself, and whoever wants to join me on this ride, to boom, I'm gonna release something every week. It may be 15 minutes, it might be 30 minutes. We're just gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna enjoy this. I think this was needed in the Bitcoin space. There's plenty of great Bitcoin podcasts, by the way, out there. So I'm not trying to steal the limelight from anybody. I was hoping to do this with a good friend, and he has some things going on right now, and no worries. Sending some love his way, and when the time is right, he'll pop back on, and we'll do this together. Until then, it'll be Sean and Anon, and whoever that Anon may be, we'll have a great time. So again, what's going on? Let's talk about a couple of different things. You want to know about Bitcoin's price, and you want to know about what's going on with Russia and Ukraine right now. Well, a little bit something about me before we get into Russia and Ukraine. I actually play basketball professionally in Europe, and I know. All right, yeah, okay. What's this guy talking about Bitcoin if he plays basketball? What does he know? Well, that's up for you to decide. What do I know about Bitcoin? There's no degrees you can get in the university, so I'm not going to tell you what I went to school for. I did graduate from the great Utah State. Let's go Aggies. But currently I'm playing basketball in Europe right now, and I'm in Madrid on a road trip, and just by chance, the Ukrainian basketball team, the national team, is staying at the same hotel that I'm staying at today, and actually talked to some of the coaches, and luckily they speak English, which is great for me because I don't speak Ukrainian or Russian. And I just spoke to them very briefly. Just wish them that everything's going well with their families, that we're rooting for peace in that area of the world, and then we just talked about a few other things basketball wise, but they seemed like they were in good spirits. But you just never know how someone's feeling. Recently, today, Bitcoin has shot up about 5%. Today is Monday, February 28th. And here's the good old question before we get into what we're going to talk about. How many months this is a good one you can add. If I'm Uncle Sean right now, so you can ask this to your nieces and nephews. How many months have 28 days in them? They all do. They all have 28 days in them. Great. Now, there's no one here to laugh, but I'm sure you either laughed or you cringed at that one. So going on, today is Monday, February 28th. Just to timestamp this one, it is currently 11:19 p.m. here in Madrid, Spain. And Bitcoin's price, looking at it right now, it is at $41,711, up 11% today. Up 11% today. And very interesting. A lot of people thought, the price might go down. What might happen with the war? Honestly, I'm here to tell you, don't worry about the price. Don't worry about it. And it's gone up today. Don't worry about the price. What you need to know is that you're still early to Bitcoin. And why has Bitcoin's price gone up? I'll tell you why. Nobody knows exactly why. But we can guess and we can speculate why it's gone up today. Uh, it's probably gone up because I would venture to say the United States and basically the whole world, the European world, has sanctioned Russia off of the SWIFT system, the SWIFT payment rails, which means they can no longer access the dollar, and the dollar is the world reserve currency. And now Russia is looking at making its own digital currency. Some are speculating that Russia will just, boom, hop right on to Bitcoin's network because Bitcoin is an opt-in network. There's no force. Bitcoin isn't it's not used as a weapon. It's more used as a defense. I would like to say it that way. Bitcoin is more of a defense than a weapon. Where you look at the U.S. dollar, at times it can be used as a weapon, like what we're seeing with Russia. And I'm not trying to say the U.S. is right or wrong, or Russia is right or wrong. That's up for you to debate and for you to decide. I'm just saying the facts of that Russia was taken off of the SWIFT international payment system, the payment rails, which means they no longer can use the dollar. And the dollar is the world reserve currency, which becomes very interesting when Russia needs to do oil deals and energy deals with countries like China and the sort. So why is price up 11%, which, up 11% in one day? Your average stock investors would love that for a year. Again, think about why Bitcoin is a good investment, and more than an investment, I look at it as my savings. So why is Bitcoin necessary? It could be that opt-in tool when your back is against the wall. Look at what happened in Canada. Many Canadian, not even just the truckers, and again, I'm not here to talk politics. I'm just here to talk facts. There were people, the Canadian government took many people or closed people out of their bank accounts. And they closed people out of their bank accounts who donated to the Canadian truckers. So what are you left with when when your country closes you out of your bank account, when they have the power to close you out of your bank account, when the world has the power to close your country off of the SWIFT international payment systems? You will need to search for something that's an opt-in and that has no power or authority to close you out. And that's where Bitcoin comes into play. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, what if, the dollar is here and the United States is doing a good thing by cutting Russia off, and they may very well be doing a good thing cutting Russia off. But you also have to understand that if the United States is cutting off countries like Russia, who already don't like the dollar, who want to do business with China, and we live in a global world. We're going to need a global money. And I'm not saying that Russia is going to opt into Bitcoin either. Russia's looking to do their own central bank digital currency, which just is a digital currency that gives them a lot of control. And I don't think that's a good thing. But again, I'm not here to debate if it's good or if it's not good. I'm just trying to provide a framework for you to wrap your mind around what Bitcoin is, what is Bitcoin, right? How does it play into the world today? What is crypto? Again, crypto is fiat, just like your dollar or the euro. And then also, what are these central bank digital currencies? And I look at the central bank digital currencies as they are also fiat. They just have more control and surveillance wrapped into them. So this will be the end of episode 1, Bitcoiner's Guide. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you came here and learned something. That is my goal. Provide a little bit of education. make it quick, make it fun, make it easy, and then hopefully provide a little entertainment and get you on your way. So that is episode 1, wrapping it up. Thank you everyone for listening. Again, tune in to the Meme Factory podcast every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. My name is Big Sean Harris. You can call me Uncle Sean. You can call me Sean. You can call me whatever you like. People have always done it, just as long as you call me. And I'm over and